Hello everyone and welcome to this particular video. In this video, we will understand about the setup and the whole platform of BigQuery. So BigQuery is one of the product of Google Cloud, which is also a database management system. As we know that Google Cloud is a very huge platform. It has a lot of services. So where exactly we need to focus and how exactly we need to move forward, we will be understanding the whole thing in this particular video. First of all, you guys need to go to this URL, that is console.cloud.google.com/BigQuery. That's it. Okay. You need to go to this particular URL, console.cloud.google.com/BigQuery, and just bookmark this particular URL. So later on, if you are feeling okay, I'm quite lost, and that happens a lot because, as I said, that Google Cloud is quite a huge platform, and we just want to work with BigQuery. That means one of its sub product. Okay, we don't want to utilize other things, and you might get confused. For example, if you'll just click somewhere, you won't be able to see the similar kind of a screen, and you'll be confused. So wherever you are, all you have to do is just go to the console.cloud.google.com/BigQuery. If you'll go to that particular URL, okay, you will be at the right place to work. Okay. So make sure that you have this particular URL bookmark with you, and every time when you feel that you're lost, just go to that particular link. Okay. One more very important thing, that it will ask you to set up the billing process. We do not suggest at all that you should be adding any kind of payment method, because later on, even if you won't realize, it will start auto deducting the amount from your account. Okay. So you should never add your payment details. All the things that we are using over here are already covered into the free version. So you don't need any kind of premium version. You don't have to add your payment details, any kind of payment details over here. Okay. Perfect. Now you can see that in front of the Google Cloud, you are able to see a name, that is Scale Acres. Right. This won't be visible for you because this is a project that I have created. Maybe some kind of project, new project, or my first project will be written over here. Okay, so what you need to do is, first of all, you need to click on this option. Okay, whatever is visible over here on the right hand side of the Google Cloud logo, you need to click on that. Then you will be able to see the new project option here. Okay, so you need to click on that, and then we will be creating a project. Okay, so this will be syntax bike store. Okay, we are about to create a database that is related to the bike store. Let me just show you the data. So we have multiple data sets over here, which are CSV data. These data sets will be given to you, and we have this schema. So we have the customers table, staff table, orders table, stores table, order items table. We also have the production categories, products, stocks, brands. We have these particular, as you can see, tables. Okay, perfect. Moving forward. Now, as you can see that in this server, we have two different databases, sales database, and other than that, the production database. Okay, sales database that includes 5 different tables, and we have production database that includes 4 different tables. Okay, perfect. So first of all, you should be giving the name. Now, when you're giving the name, you have to take care of the project ID. Okay, you will be able to see the edit option. This is very important. Okay, so whatever project ID you are able to see, just click on that. Okay, add it. Okay, what is this project ID? Now, whenever we are writing the queries, okay, as we have seen in different kind of database management systems, that whenever we are writing the query, we have to write select all from and then the table name. But on Google BigQuery, you have to follow the order. First of all, you need to write the project ID dot the dataset ID dot the table ID. Okay, so we will be writing 3 different things in order to access our data. Okay, that means in each and every query, you have to write your project ID. So if there's something that we are about to write for 1,000 times, it has to be very simple, short, and as simple as you can. Okay, so my suggestion is that the project ID, what you can do is syntax bike. Okay, I'm just naming it as syntax bike. Now the project ID in the world, there can be only one particular project ID. That means if I have created syntax bike, you cannot create syntax bike. So what you can do is you can just have your name, or what you can do is you can have a pattern like this, B24, that is your batch number. Okay, just keep it simple, B24. Okay, syntax bike. Okay, if you want, you can add your name at the back, something like this. Okay, whatever pattern you want. So the pattern that I'm suggesting is B24 Shiva syntax bike. That will be better. Okay, now let's try to keep it very, very simple. We won't use any kind of a special symbol. We won't use any kind of space. Okay, we'll try to keep it as simple as we can. You can select any kind of project ID that you want. Okay, but make sure that it is relevant to the project that we are creating. Okay, it is not something different. All right. In location, you don't have to select anything. Just click on create. Once you'll do that, you'll see the process is happening over here. And once the process will be completed, you'll be able to see the complete dialog box as well. Let's wait for it. Okay, so as you can see, we are able to see create project syntax by store has been completed. So now what you need to do is in front of the Google Cloud, you have the scale acres. You need to click on that and you need to select the project that you have created. Okay, so we have just selected the correct project. Whenever you are working on this particular platform, make sure that you are inside the right project. It happens that you're working in a different project and you're expecting a different data, different query to be running. Obviously, that won't happen because you are at the complete different place. So make sure that whenever you are visiting this particular platform, you are also selecting the project that you want to work with. Okay. All right. You can dismiss this because we don't want to add any kind of payment method. Now you can see the project ID that we have decided is visible over here. We can expand the components of this project. Okay, we will be able to see all the things, repositories, queries that will be running and saving. Okay, we are able to see everything over here. Okay, as simple as that. Okay, so everything is visible over here. Now we can move forward and we can create the data sets. Okay, so if you'll click over here, okay, you have the option to click in front of the project ID. You have the create dataset option. You have the refresh option. Okay, so first of all, just refresh all the contents. Okay, perfect. Now what we will do, we will click here and we will click on create dataset. All right, so here we can see that we have the dataset ID. Now we are supposed to create two different datasets, sales and production. Okay, so let's give it sales and create dataset. So sales is visible over here. Then again, create dataset and that will be production. Okay. So we have just created two different datasets, that is production and the sales. Okay. In the sales, we have 5 different tables, as you can see: customer, orders, staff, store, order items. Okay. So we will just expand the sales. Okay. We don't have anything in that. Click on this. Okay. And we have the option of create table. Okay. If you'll click on the dataset, see how the hierarchy is going. First of all, the project ID. If you'll click on the project ID, you have the option to create the dataset. In the dataset, you have the option to create a table. That means at the top, we have the project. Inside the project, we can have multiple datasets. Inside one particular dataset, we can have multiple tables. So this is how the hierarchy is working over here. Okay, we will click on this and we will click on create table. Now, as you can see, create table from. Okay, you have the option of upload. So you will click on upload, then you will select the file. Now, in order to select the file, you have to download these particular files. Okay, so I have already downloaded these particular files and stored it into a folder named as bike store database in my system. You have to do the same. Okay, you also have the option to connect your drive. If you are uploading the datasets to your drive, you can also do that. Okay, all right, so let me just select the option of drive. Then it is asking to select the drive URL. Okay, So if I'll just see that, do we have the option of URL? We are not having a clear option of the URL. So what we'll do, we will upload from the system. That will be better. Upload. Now selecting the file. So I'll go into my system, bike store dataset, and I will just select the customers data and open. As you can see, that in our schema, the very first dataset is customers dataset. Okay, so what I've done is I have just selected the upload option in the source that I want to upload my data. Then I have selected the file that I want to upload. Automatically, it is able to detect the file type, the file format, that is CSV. Okay. The dataset name will be already there because we are creating the table inside a specific dataset. Now you can also give the table name. Okay. Table name, what you can do is you can give the exact name that we have for the file, that is customers. We will click on auto detect for the schema because we want the schema to be auto detected. We want our data types to be auto detected. Okay, perfect. You don't have to make any other changes. This is all you need to do. Just click on create table. So now the data set will be uploaded. It will be like scanned by the Google Cloud BigQuery, and then the schema will be created and we'll be able to see the table. So if you see, we have the project ID. Inside the project ID, we have the data set that is sales. Inside the data set sales, we have a table that is customers. Now, writing the queries. How we can write the queries? So we can right click, okay, in front of the table and we have the query option. So we can click on the query. Now, as you can see, that the whole query is already written. We just need to write either we want to select all the columns or we want to select specific columns. Now let's try to read this, the path. B24 Shiva syntax byte, that is my project ID. Sales is my dataset ID and customers is my table ID. Okay, I'll just select all and run it. Okay, then you will be able to see the whole data. So we have to follow the whole process, the same process for all the files. Let's do that. Okay, so customers, then we have orders. Okay, so again, clicking in front of the sales, create table, then upload option, selecting the file customers, and then we have stores. Okay, perfect. The second one is of stores. Okay, stores is here. Yes, and table, we can name it as a stores. Auto detect, create table. By any chance you're not able to see your table even after creating it, okay, just click here in front of your project ID and click on refresh contents. Okay, then you'll be able to see that. Okay, then we have so customers is done, stores is done. Let's go to orders. Upload, selecting the file orders, and then orders. Auto detect, create table. After orders, we have staffs. Upload, select file. It will select staffs, table staffs. Auto detect, create table. Customers, orders, staffs, and stores is done. Order item is also there. If you want, you can keep underscore or you can just directly type. Okay, I'm just directly typing order items. Okay, or if you want, you can keep a underscore as well. Order items, that makes more sense. Okay, all the tables which we were having in the sales, okay, 5 different tables are updated. Let's see, 1 2 3 4 5 different tables are updated. Now 4 tables in the production categories. Let's click in front of production, create table, upload, select the file, and we will select the categories. We will write categories. Okay, auto detect, create schema, categories, then products, stocks, and brands. So we have our database ready. In our database, we have 2 different data sets, that is production and the sales, and we have multiple tables inside the same. We can write the query and we can just get the result from there. And if you want to connect your BigQuery, you can also connect with the other tools. Like you want to connect this server with the Power BI, you can do that. If you want to connect this server with a Looker Studio, you can do that. Okay, all right. Moving forward. Now you have multiple options here. Okay, if you'll just click here, if you'll just double click, let me see. I'll just close this one as well. So you have all the tables as you can see. Okay, you can see the description or the details of a specific table. For example, in the brands table, we have 2 different field names, that is the brand ID and the brand name. The data types are also there, integer and the string. Okay, you can see that. Okay, store ID, integer, production ID, integer, quantity, integer. You want to add it the schema, you can add it the schema. Okay, you want to make some changes into the schema, you can do that. So this is all we need to do into this. Now let me just show you that how you can save it. So right click, query, select all. Okay, execute it. So you're able to see the result. Okay, similarly you will be writing a lot of queries. So definitely you want those particular queries to be saved. So you have the save option. Okay, save query classic. You can give it a name. Okay, syntax test, and you can save it. Okay, and this will be available into your queries. Okay, as you can see, queries are here and classic queries are here. With the name that you have decided, you will be able to see the query stored here, and you can just click on that. You will be able to see the whole code and you can just run that. Okay, let's dismiss this. So this is all we have to do in the BigQuery. Remaining things, of course, we will be discussing into the live class. Thank you everyone. Thank you for watching.